So there once was a marketing campaign that said, "Winning is not for everyone," by Nike. Dropped just before the gold medal game in the Olympics this year. And unfortunately for the Las Vegas Aces, turned out to be a little too on the nose. So, the New York Liberty got the job done in Game 4 on the Las Vegas Aces home court, taking their revenge for the 2023 WNBA Finals, where the Aces stunned on them, danced on them, went crazy in the press conference. They seem to internalize all that and come back and dominate the Aces all throughout the year, handling them in the regular season, handling them now in the second round of the playoffs, and Sabrina getting a lot of revenge for, people that were very down on her last year. Stewart obviously didn't play well last year, but she was a killer today. She walked in there, and just anytime it seemed like the Liberty were just about to give in, kind of, she would make a key defensive stop. She would make just a key shot, and it was like, all right, just hold it down. We good. We in control. Sabrina Ionescu came out on fire, much improved from game 3. And she was just unconscious from the three-point line. She hit what we like to call FU threes. And it was really a game that showed me a lot about the New York Liberty, because there was a portion in the game where it just looked like sometimes when you are facing a team that is a former champion, you've never really beat that team in the way that, your team is formed, and you don't quite know if you can win. And it just seems like there's always going to be a referee call, a big swing that's just going to go their way. And the Liberty were on shaky ground for a little bit. And then Sabrina would just come through, or Breanna Stewart would come through, Courtney Vandersloot would come through. And the Aces just seemed to come apart at the seams. I'm going to pull out the box score here. This was 76-62, and it didn't feel this close by the end. The Liberty kind of just broke the whole game open at a certain point. So as I was saying, Breanna Stewart had 19 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. She was on 8 of 21 from the field, but she just, with the timely baskets and strong defensive play, 4 blocks today. So that's incredible. Jonquel Jones with 14 points. Sabrina Ionescu, as I mentioned, 22 points, 7 boards, only 2 assists. But that entire lineup, essentially, plus Courtney Vandersloot, take out Laney Hamilton. Look at all those plus minuses. It's plus 16 for Stewart, plus 20 for Jones, plus 28 for Fibich, who is just a revelation for them. Trying to, you got your big front line of Stewart and Jones, and then Phoebus just gives you even more size on top of that at 6'4". So they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They've been the best team in the league all year, and they showed it. And they didn't care if the Aces had the unanimous MVP in there, who's going home in the second round, who led the team to a 4th seed. They didn't care that the rest of this team, anything about the Aces and their various distractions with Dearica Hamby, Becky Hammond, they didn't come here for none of that. They came here to send a message and get rid of to basically get rid of last year's horrible memories, and then head to this year's finals, which they'll be taking on either the Lynx or the Sun. And I've got the game going on behind me. It looks like it's at halftime. I believe the Lynx are in control, so it's looking like it might be Liberty Lynx. But let's take a look at the Aces. So the Aces, man, look at you can just see in the box score sometimes what it looks like with all those negatives, with the starting lineup. Alicia Clark, only 2 points, was playing a lot of minutes. Minus 14, minus 16 for Chelsea Gray. Only 6 assists for her and 7 points. Struggled after that, foot really being, herself throughout the rest of the season. But Kelsey Plum, 39 minutes, minus 10, 17 points. Never really got it going. 3 for 9 from 3. That's just not going to get it done. Asia Wilson, 19 and 10. You would think you would ride her till the wheels fell off, but in the fourth quarter, she seemed to kind of not, really have much left there. And season ends for the Aces as like, a lot of people were turning their eyes onto the league this year. And the Aces were this seemingly pre-anointed team that was going to walk to that three-peat. A'ja Wilson was seemingly crowned the unanimous MVP before the season even began in a lot of people's eyes. And what has kind of happened with them is like it felt like the classic case of like the disease of more. They seem to be very like, as Becky Hammond was saying, they're distracted by other things. Like they're, doing commercials. They're, just not dedicated the way that you need to be when you're going after a three-peat. A three-peat is one of the hardest things in sports, and no real, exception here. That Wilson-Stewart rivalry is going to get real interesting over the next couple of years, especially if New York is able to run another championship up. This was definitely needed for Stewart in light of the finals last year. I think the Aces have to regroup. They have to figure out, how to go more than 5 deep, essentially. Like that, they got 4 Olympians in the starting lineup, and then it falls off a cliff from there. So their front office is going to have to do a lot of work in trying to get bench help. And it's only going to get harder with expansion coming. So they're going to protect 6 people, presumably, and then like have to build it out from there. Kate Martin disappeared from much of the rotation. Could have been somebody that was used as a defender or somebody that could make a 3 in the corner. Gustafson really didn't help much. Colson was just a non-factor. Tiffany Hayes is she won the 6th Woman of the Year. There's only so much she can do if she's like the only person off the bench that's willing to step up. This team has got the makings and the trappings of many other people that have won 2 titles and then trying to go for that 3rd one. It's like you just get old, and then that team that has been staring you down and is a machine, they just you reach for it, you reach back, and then all of a sudden it's not there. And this has been the team that has tried to turn it on and turn it off throughout the season. Kind of recovered towards the second half, but much as they were most of the year, they were the 4th best team this year. And that kind of told the story here. So good win for the Liberty. Happy for them. Happy for Sabrina Ionescu, who is going to exercise a lot of demons, gets a chance to try to win a championship and get that monkey off her back from last year and start her career off. And let's see how Nike plays this. So it's going to be interesting, man, because between the Liberty and the Lynx, that's going to be an offensively very fun series, should that be it. Personally, I'd like to see the Liberty and the Sun, a little offense versus defense, and Northeast region rivalry right there. And I think this is good for the league, because the Liberty have been great all year. If they just collapsed again, I know my man Brooklyn Ike, he's very happy his Liberty are going on. So shouts out to my man Brooklyn Ike. You might see him in the comment section. But I think that the Liberty need this for their franchise. They have been around since the beginning, and they're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. It's time. Liberty, get it done. So anyway, my name is Rich. What'd you think of the game? What'd you think of the Aces? The pack is going up for the Las Vegas Aces, but let's see how it plays out going forward. My name is Rich Latta. I'm up out of here. Peace.